Louis Vasnier was born in 1858. He was a Creole of color who lived most of his life in the 7th Ward of New Orleans. And he was one of only 2 artists who made records for the Louisiana Phonograph Company, and the only one whose records survive. There are exactly 2 cylinder records that he made that have survived to this day. Slavery was a big part of the Vasnier family biography. Louis's father had been a slave as a boy, and his mother owned slaves. Wait, what? Free women of color in antebellum New Orleans held considerable economic power, and they bought and sold all sorts of property, including human chattel. Mrs. Vasnier, however, seems to have bought her slaves in order to free them. Well, he was a house and sign painter by trade, and by hobby, a singer, a stage performer, and a minstrelman, which must be the way in which he came to the attention of the Louisiana Phonograph Company. They were one of the only firms outside of Edison's New Jersey operations that made original recordings, and they were certainly the furthest south. So really what we have here is closer to a vernacular field recording than a commercial record. It's a miracle it survives. Country music, or hillbilly music as it was called in those days, didn't exist until the 1920s when record executives invented the genre. But when we say country colloquially, we mean roots, vernacular, authentic rural culture, and this track has all of those things. Plus, it's by an African American. Some would say that Vasnier was simply a vaudevillian with leftover minstrelsy tendencies, but the same thing could be said about Uncle Dave Macon. And let's not forget that he also recorded Thompson's Old Gray Mule, but he called it the braying mule. It just goes to show how intertwined all these types of music were and how they came from a big melting pot. So yeah, in 1891, Louis Vasnier, a black man, recorded what is the oldest country music record still in existence, Thompson's Old Gray Mule.